Attorney.
Can I take one of these chairs? Oh, those are for the...
Is somebody using this chair?
No.
Oh.
So, no, you can tell me. Anybody can tell me.
Okay. Doesn't mean we'll do it, I understand.
Okay, so we'll start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we have a forum. Okay, we need to get approval of the minutes from the January 22nd organizational meeting.
Those weren't in my packet. Sorry about it.
Yeah.
I wanted to make a motion. It says, on the Robert's rules, it says
Yes.
before the minutes, I make it. I actually have two, so do I do one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Want to make a motion to change the agenda a little bit, amend it. First one is, if we could get the secretary right up front, then we could take notes right away. And then the second one is, it says that, in that book, Robert, it says that discussion and voting on new members comes under new business. So I'd like to move it to new business.
Well, put me in jail, but I'm doing the agenda the way I've got it listed.
Well,
She made a motion.
She made a motion?
I'll second it.
You second the motion? I'll ask the question. Those in favor of...
What is the motion?
The motion is to move the appointment of Janet and Dave to new business
yes, sir.
and to, what was the other one?
To name the secretary now, so they
Name
don't
the
get
secretary now.
Isn't that two separate?
Well,
Yeah,
I
that's-
actually,
Okay, let's deal with the first one.
Okay.
We have a motion to appoint the two remaining directors at new business. Any discussion?
Oh, do it now and get it over with.
No,
No.
discussion is that I've already talked to Margie, she's willing to do it.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
No, what did you just said? You
Yeah,
know,
that's not what you said.
That's not what
You're
you
mixing them
said.
up.
Secretary.
We're on a motion, motion on the floor.
To move
And it's on the second.
positions to new business, not the secretary. That's the second motion.
Right.
I didn't know that you were talking about. That's all right, Jane.
What motion did I make?
Motion to move the appointments of the two positions to new business. And that was second.
And I just said discussion.
That's right.
And the discussion is that I've already talked to Margie about positions, so therefore,
That's secretary.
That's secretary, that's the second
That's not the
motion.
motion that's on the
We're
floor.
talking about Janet and...
that is not a motion on the floor yet to discuss.
Yeah.
The motion on the floor is to move those two positions to later in the meeting.
Yes.
Let's vote on it.
And it's been seconded. It's been
Second.
seconded.
I'm having a discussion on it.
Okay, what's all right?
I don't see the need to do that because I've already talked to Margie.
This has nothing to do with motion.
Okay.
But maybe I didn't word it good enough.
Okay.
No, forget the one about the secretary.
All right.
I didn't know you had talked to Margie. My motion is to move the appointment and the discussion and voting on the two new directors that have applied
Okay.
on a new business.
Okay. So my discussion is, if we do that, then I'm not appointing treasurer and secretary tonight. The reason being is because that's the way I set up the agenda, and I want a full board. We haven't had a full board in this committee for 2 years.
Can we have discussion on that?
Go ahead.
Right now?
Where in the CCRs does it say we have to have a full board to have officers? It says officers are elected after the annual meeting when the people of the community have voted.
Right?
That's when we have officers. There's nothing in there that says we have to have a full board. That's your decision. But
Okay.
there's no rules saying that.
Okay. So
But is there a rule saying that,
there's no rule saying we have to appoint the secretary and treasurer either.
Okay.
That's fine,
Don't do that.
but there's still a motion on the floor, and it's been
Yes.
seconded, and it needs to be
So the
voted
question
on.
is, do we move those two appointments? Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Passes 4-3.
Can I ask that the person speaking, whoever it is, lower their mask when they're speaking? It's coming out from all of you, completely muffled. I'm only making out about 30% of what is being said.
I'm not taking my mask off.
Take it down to the top.
Yeah, but not,
We'll speak as loud as we can.
or come closer.
So the motion passes 4-3.
Okay.
So that goes under new business and whatever that is.
Your next motion, Janet?
That was it. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jane.
You gotta take minutes. You are.
Me? Well, I don't think so.
Well, he doesn't want to do secretary
have
treasurer, so I'm
we have
not doing
volunteers
secretary,
to
I'm not
take
doing the minutes. How can I do the minutes if I'm not secretary?
Okay, I'll do it. Okay. Can we move to approval of the minutes from January 22nd meeting?
It's not in the packet.
January 22nd is not in the packet. January 19th in the packet.
I sent it to every board member, and
No,
then
you,
it came back
excuse
as
me,
correct.
Raquel, you sent January 19th minutes, there are no minutes for January, or
January 22nd.
January
mistake,
22nd.
19th.
January 22nd was on a Saturday.
Okay, so we get
Meeting
approval
was
of the
January
minutes.
19th.
January 19th. And the motion,
I made the
I
motion.
guess the motion needs to be approval of the minutes of January 19th. And do those minutes reflect that Margie declined treasurer? No, it doesn't.
No, she was,
This is the
that was after
organizational meeting.
That was after the fact, what occurred at the actual meeting, and then in the organizational meeting is what went into the minutes.
Okay.
So that gets, that's,
I move that we accept
The
the,
organization.
both,
No, they have to be separate.
they have to be separate?
They have to be
Okay.
separate.
All right, then which one comes first?
The one on the paper here, organizational.
No, the organizational meeting was second.
Second.
The monthly meeting was first.
Right.
But he-
but he
He's
has
got it here.
Look at the agenda.
we gotta follow the agenda.
Okay, I make a motion that we accept the organizational meetings minutes from our January meeting.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? I ask the question, those that approve, raise your hand.
We can't vote. We won't.
I
Okay,
wasn't there, so I can't vote on it.
okay. So it passes
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5
Right.
I have a comment about the minutes. Can I make a comment?
on the,
All the minutes.
all the minutes, yes.
It should never happen that the minutes are discussed on email after the basic set of minutes goes out. This is where we discuss the minutes, not over email. That should never happen. That
I wasn't the
discussion,
first one to do that.
the discussion that was going on after the first set of minutes were sent out was all wrong.
I was not the first one to ever do that on the board.
I'm
Okay,
not- I'm not blaming you, Brady.
No.
I just followed
In the
suit.
future, we should take the minutes at the meeting and discuss them.
Right. It should not
They
be
changed
that.
that to make.
They're not official.
Okay.
Okay, then the next one, approval of the minutes of the monthly meeting. On the 19th, is that was it?
Yes.
Okay. I make a motion that we approve the minutes of the monthly meeting on January 19th.
I'll second it.
Any discussion?
No.
Those in favor? Those opposed? No. Okay, we'll set the appointments later. Yeah. Kathy.
Yeah, okay, I didn't hear that, thank you.
Okay, we'll skip to my message. Okay, this is my first meeting, so things have been done differently probably than you used to, not necessarily correctly, as you've already seen. I am videotaping and recording the meeting. This will aid the association that can't make it here to be able to see the meeting. It's going to be put on YouTube. There will be a channel that I publish the meeting, and also I will be putting on various other topics related to the association, such as when we have events, if somebody videotapes something, we can put it on there. I may try and put the calendar on there. So that's just a way of getting the news around of what's going on. At best I can, I'll follow Robert's Rules of Order. It's new to me, and I'm doing the best I can. I welcome interaction with you guys. Anybody advising me I'm not doing something right, I appreciate it. The way I intend to make motions, the way I intend to make motions and discussions is randomly. So when someone makes a motion, they'll be first to have the opportunity to discuss the motion. The person who seconds it will be second in discussing the motion, and then it'll be a random order. Everyone will have an opportunity to speak. And then we can have rebuttal discussions after that before the vote. The reason I pursued this position was to provide transparency, which is the reason for the recordings, and fiduciary responsibilities of the association are being met. The reason I'm here is because I didn't believe they were.
Thank you.
The rule of conduct of the directors, I expect to be copied on any correspondence regarding business of the association. This is mail, text, or email. If you're emailing between each other, I don't care. But if you are talking to someone, such as, for an example, Michelle talks to the landscaper, asks him for a price, or discusses something he's not doing right, I want to know about it. So do a memo for record and copy me. If you email a contractor or a vendor, giving them direction, I want to be copied on it. Too many things are going on in the past that one or two directors knows about, nobody else on the board knows.
That's not true.
That is true.
That is not true, because
Okay.
everything that
I heard your opinion, thank you. I do not expect to be told about conversations between directors. If you guys want to talk to each other, I don't care about that. That is not my concern, it's not my position, it's not my right. I just want to know what's going on between the board, and contractors, vendors, what problems we're having. If you get a complaint from somebody about an issue that you can't resolve by reading the bylaws or the CCRs yourself, ask me, I will assist you. If we need to go further with an attorney, I will talk to the attorney. I'm the only one on this board to be talking to the attorney.
That's not true.
That's not true.
That is true.
No,
That is
that's
the way
not.
it's going
That's
to
not
be.
our
And the attorney's been
CCR.
instructed so. Either myself or Sally in my absence.
That's not our bylaws or anything.
No, it's not. And that's why I'm telling you now, because you apparently didn't know it.
I said it's not in there.
It's not in there, that's right.
So you
That's the way it's going to be
can't
done.
add it.
That's the way it's going to be done.
Until we find out differently, right?
Until you find out differently and tell me I'm wrong. Reports. Reports by committee. I'll start with the treasurer's report.
You didn't send us the treasurer's report. That was supposed to be sent in the packets.
you had
That's-
the financial report.
That's the financial report, but the
Okay.
treasurer's report is supposed to be sent in the minute, in the packet. I gave you a list of what goes into the packet.
And all the committee reports are supposed to be in the packet.
Okay, well, I didn't get a committee report from the entertainment committee. I
Yes,
didn't
you
get a-
did.
No, I didn't. I didn't get a committee report.
I gave you an entertainment report that there was no, you even have it on here.
Okay,
And I gave you a new homeowners report. I sent it to you.
okay, so you can report it tonight and I'll be educated. The treasurer's report. You've got the financial, the treasurer's report is a summary of the financial report, which you got the entire thing from GRS.
But we got, you said the treasurer's report, you're reporting.
I'm doing a
the
summary. We have no treasurer. I'm
Yeah,
doing,
and you,
I'm doing a summary of treasurer
right,
report.
and that was to come in the packet
We-
to us.
Okay. You want me to do the report or you want me to mail it to you?
What?
Do the report?
Yes.
For the HOA, expenses in January were $31,184. Significant expenses with Master HOA 2164, GRS of $2,037, and Comcast $12,401. We had income due to receipt of dues for the January payment of $63,913. Our ending operating funds in January, $208,683. Our ending reserve funds were $116,909. We earned $53 in interest in 2021 on $116,000. That's going to change. The new treasurer, whoever it may be, we will be working with a financial consultant, and we will be getting more of a return, safe return, not a 0.5% in the bank. Swim club, expenses in January $7,375, ending operating funds of $14,122, ending reserve funds $189,688. Interest in 2021, $95.
You need a motion to accept that?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, Ed, can you do the master HOA report?
Okay, the master had no meeting in December. We canceled the January meeting because of the COVID situation in the community. I will just update you on things that are gonna, our next meeting is the 28th of February. Just update you on some of the things that are happening. If you haven't noticed, the tree at the front entrance was removed. It was dying or almost dead from disease, and it's a disease that transfers to all other palm trees. So we got rid of it as fast as we could. If you haven't noticed, we have a lot of safety signs for the crosswalks on the boulevard. We've increased some of the safety signs with reflector signs. Of the 4 legal crosswalks on the boulevard, 3 are on straightaways, and people are stopping.
Yes.
The one at the point, nobody's stopping, daylight or nighttime.
I do.
And so I asked, we're going to have the police officer who's in charge of watching the community gave some recommendations, and that'll be coming up at the Master HOA on some recommendations there. Those are the big issues.
Okay, there was, okay. Violations, Jane?
I didn't have a report because Robert's rules said that the committees didn't have to make a report unless there was any kind of change. And then we meet bi-monthly, and January was an off month. So the next time, the next time we'll meet, February was. The next time we meet is going to be first Wednesday in March.
But there was a violation report sent to the board members.
Yeah, last month when we did our round-around, there was one sent.
Well, that's for January, and we're doing January.
Yeah, we're reporting on January.
We're reporting on things that happened in January, and there was a violation report.
Yeah, I did, okay, I did send that around. I don't know if you got it because I sent it.
Yeah,
There you go.
Oh, you got it, okay. And you have it. I mean, that's confidential information. We don't read that out to people.
No.
No, but you did have violations, that's all.
I'm sorry.
All you gotta say is you had violations.
Yeah, we did. And actually, I went around and did a recheck because when we don't have an actual meeting, like the first Wednesday in February, we did it. But I went around and did a check on the ones that were on the list. Quite a few of them were fixed already.
Yeah. I got a report from Trixie, she just handed it to me.
She's right here.
Yeah, well, want me to read it, Trixie, or you want to come up?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay. So Trixie, well, actually, no, you didn't read it.
What?
You need to speak up. You just gave me a list of members.
What?
You just gave me a list of members today, right?
I gave you a list of names and the phone numbers. Where is it?
Okay. Oh, you're right.
There it is. Wait, you just put this tab right here. There it is. There it is. Want me to read it?
No, that's all right.
Okay.
This will come up when we go to the committee appointments. So we don't really don't have a report.
Oh, there weren't any homes that were,
There were 2 houses, Trixie, we had 2 houses painted, 2 house paintings.
Yes.
Okay. Entertainment, Arlene?
There was no activity.
No activity?
No.
Okay, new homeowners? You sent me the name of a homeowner. We
There
have
was a
one new
home, but I don't have it down here because I usually get it off
Yeah,
the list
okay.
that you give. But
Okay.
there was one new homeowner
Right.
in January.
Now, do we keep track of people who leave?
We, what do you mean?
Who
What
does
do you
that?
track?
Who
What do you
keeps
mean
track?
track of?
Keep a track of people who move out.
We
TRS.
keep a list?
We just bust them up.
Okay, yeah, all right,
They're taking up the GRS.
okay. Okay,
You don't have one from common area, a report from common area.
That's an assignment.
do you have a report?
It was just normal maintenance for the common area and the swim club for the month of January.
Okay.
Clubhouse, they mean,
Oh, right, Clubhouse.
that was another
That was
committee,
another committee,
another assignment.
another time, but there's no.
It's an assignment, it's not a committee, right? It's basically Bob and Ed.
Well, he made a report. I mean, we consider.
Ron did?
We
Right,
consider
yeah.
a committee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was,
Well, I guess I can report on that.
Sure.
Ed put up TD. We got TD working, except we got a remote issue, which is resolved promptly. We got the AED installed. I cleaned the rust off the front of the building yesterday. We got the deck painted and finalized. We had that contract, Arlene, we got finalized today. And
Yeah, they did a
coming
nice job.
up here is a change order on the sidewalks. That will resolve that work is done. Okay, so I think every year we have to finalize the committee assignments. Do we have to do that, or we run over?
we don't know, usually,
Unless you have a change.
Okay.
unless somebody doesn't want to do it anymore.
Well, we used to, I mean, this is way back when in the old days, but what we used to do is, and I thought this was in the docs, but I may be very wrong. Sorry, Ron, you can't hear me?
No, it's.
Okay,
very soft.
all right, I'll yell.
Please.
I know how.
Thank you.
Every January, it was my understanding anyway, that all committees then were dead. And if people wished, then the president did whatever,
No, the
No,
nominations
Yes.
were made.
yes, isn't that right?
The nominations were made
Okay, so let's go through
for
it.
committee members.
Let's go through it. Violations Committee, I nominate Jane Subwick.
Second.
Any discussion?
Nice.
Okay.
How many people on your committee?
There's a homeowner, which is Lorraine Sullivan, and there's a GRS, which is Pat, and a board member, which is me.
What committee is that, please?
I'm sorry. That's the
Violations.
Violations Committee. Our CCRs call for a board member, a homeowner, and a GRS representative. So that's what we have.
So we need to take a vote on that?
Yeah, that's assignment from,
That's
Doesn't-
what.
unless it changes,
Unless
we
it
have.
changes.
Doesn't the
Okay.
president
So the
the
architectural,
assignments?
yeah, Architectural Review Committee, Trixie wants to remain on that, and she has four members on that
This is
committee.
colorblind.
Now, if there are changes to the members, you vote.
Okay,
That's what makes it so nice.
so Trixie,
And easy.
Yeah,
Linda was on the committee, Doris,
Yes,
Barbara,
yes.
so the ad
What
is
about-
Gersie.
No, Gersie was on the committee.
Gersie was on it, so you have 4 members plus yourself.
Right.
Okay, so nothing's changed.
Well, Mickey was on it, but you said she couldn't be
Okay.
because she was a renter, so I took her
So
off.
we're taking Michelle, what's your last name?
Coquillas.
Off the committee, she's a tenant, not a resident. We need to vote
Well,
on
she's a
that?
resident. so-
Not taking them off.
Okay. Entertainment Committee, I'm gonna recommend we make a change in the Entertainment Committee. I make a motion to put Sally Goodman on as chairman. I don't have any issues with, well, I make a motion to put Sally Goodman on the Entertainment Committee as
She's on
chair,
the-
as chair.
sure.
Any second?
Do you want to discuss why, or?
Well, I need a second before we can discuss it.
Okay.
No second heard?
And the motion died.
Motion died.
It does. So
I
we
make a
have to
motion to
vote.
put Arlene as chairperson on the entertainment committee.
Don't need a motion, she's already
She's-
there.
she's already
Unless he
there.
wants to
Well-
change it.
Since that other motion died, I just figured it might want a motion.
That would be a for
Arlene,
change.
Arlene is currently.
All right, to continue Arlene then as chairperson.
You making a motion for that?
If you need one, I'll make it.
Well, it gives me an opportunity to discuss it.
Okay, I'll make it.
Any seconds?
If there's no change, why does it have to be?
Well, because she made a motion.
I said if you need it, I'll make the motion.
It doesn't really.
It doesn't need to be.
Okay, then I'll have my discussion anyway.
All right.
My discussion is, I want to see some activity by the Entertainment Committee. When's the last time we had any entertainment? We had a Valentine's Day planned and that got canceled.
Nobody,
What do you have planned now?
we have,
St. Patty's
St. Patty's Day.
St. Patty's Day?
Yes.
Okay. I understand they used to have shuffleboard barbecues.
Yeah.
Okay, when's the last time we had one of those?
When we did that program.
When we need to solve.
It's outside.
Sorry.
I mean, I just want to see some fresh ideas and a little more activity.
All right, we're starting with the, St. Patty's,
Okay,
and we'll go from there.
all right, so if we could
We
just
have a committee.
make the initiative, I'd appreciate it. New homeowners?
You're a president.
Excuse me,
Yeah,
could I say something?
yeah.
How many people, who's on the entertainment committee and how many people can you have and stuff like that?
You have a
As
great
many
deal,
as you
because it
want.
takes a great deal of people to do things.
Okay, well, we have a lady right here who wants to be on the entertainment committee.
Talk to her.
All right, call me.
And Mickey?
Mickey's on it. I
Okay.
spoke to Mickey.
Okay, then,
Anybody else who wants to be on it?
We would love to have anybody on it.
Well, maybe, Arlene, we should say that we have Lorraine and Judy, thank you. I'm not good at names.
can I be on the entertainment committee too?
Absolutely.
Doris, you and I, and now we have, and Nikki
I had you
and
heard.
Trixie.
How are people notified?
What?
How are people notified when there is a meeting?
When there's a meeting? Yeah, well, who's ever on the committee, we discuss the next meeting. We have a meeting and then we discuss the next meeting date.
Okay. I mean, are they regular meetings or just,
No, not really.
okay.
Were the meetings posted?
What?
Were they notified? The committee notified when meetings are?
Yes.
No.
Yes, the committee's notified.
They're not posted.
They're not posted.
They're
It's
posted.
not
Oh, are they
posted.
posted?
No.
No.
It's just a committee.
Okay.
However, go ahead.
I want to control this a little bit. We can't have this back and forth with the board during the meeting.
Sorry.
Just because it gets too confusing and we spend all our time having discussions or arguments with the homeowners. If you have an interest in the entertainment committee, contact Arlene. Once you're on the committee, you'll understand what's going on. We welcome fresh ideas. Not that Arlene hasn't done a great job in the past,
It's the
but
committee,
because
it's
of
the committee
COVID,
that, you
because
know,
of COVID,
yeah.
it's been tampered down. I just want to get reinvigorated.
We have had, since, we have had every month, we usually had something.
Okay.
Our biggest thing was our holiday party, which was fantastic. And we have a band or a DJ, we have people come and all dressed up because we don't, at that party, we don't work. The committee doesn't work. We pay for waitresses, and we've been dealing with this one restaurant the last 5 years. He's been very good to us, and we have an abundance of food. We have, and it's fabulous, and we've never charged more than $25 in volunteers.
Good entertainment.
That's the holiday challenge, so that's in December.
Yeah.
So I
Hopefully
did-
we can have it this year.
So I did pull that entertainment report out of you.
Excuse me.
Thank you. New homeowners?
There was
You-
one.
No, I mean committee.
Oh,
Stay on
committee.
that? Will stay on that?
Yeah,
Okay.
And Sally sat with me.
Now, the pool maintenance and the pool maintenance contract, who usually manages that? Ron, I think Ron was doing that last year, wasn't he?
He was doing the maintenance of it, not the
But
contract.
I mean, managed the contractor.
What do you mean?
The person who comes and works on the pool.
Okay.
We have an issue, who deals with it?
Ron was dealing with the pool,
Okay.
not specifically with the contract.
Okay. So I guess I'm going to be taking that. I hear you volunteering.
Who's taking that?
Bob. The landscaping contract, Michelle?
But you're not,
It's
it's not a contract.
Landscaping isn't a contract?
No, but
It's a committee. You're talking committees
You're
here,
on
or?
committees,
I'm asking committees and assignments.
Oh, okay.
but she doesn't get the contract
No, I'm just talking, she deals with the contract.
He deals
with
with
the
it.
contractor, right?
yeah.
Security, I'm taking security. when we get cameras working. I heard that. Clubhouse cleaning, you manage that?
I've been taking care of that. Did you get a call?
No, I didn't.
She never called you?
No. Must be afraid of
I don't know.
The drainage canals, you've been dealing with that, Ed, is that really something that's
It's not a
ongoing?
commitment, no.
Well, I mean,
It's just a
dealing-
contract that happens.
just
I make
dealing
sure
with
it gets done.
contract. Okay, that's all I need.
But is that through the master or?
No,
No.
we pay for that. That's a subject later on.
Yeah, I'll explain it.
In general maintenance around the building, you've been helping out quite a bit. We tag team that.
Yeah.
Only in the maintenance
It's Ed and Bob, is that right?
Yeah.
All right, since this says director and committee assignments and volunteers, on this list, I don't see anything for the master. So, we need a representative from our association for the master, so I'd like to make a
Okay.
motion to have Ed,
We already have that.
Yeah, Ed's already there. I just didn't put it down.
but it isn't down here, so
Okay. I'm adding it.
He just said, he missed it.
Ed.
I don't know his address once I asked about it.
It's in the minutes.
No, it's not. It's not here.
It will be in a minute.
Oh, in the minutes, okay.
Okay. Now's the opportunity for everybody up there to get up and make their spiel. I don't want more than 3 minutes because we just don't have the time with a number of people here. If you come up and stand by this tripod, the speaker, the microphone will pick you up. So we'll get you recorded. So all I need is your name, address, and go for it.
Okay.
Only 3 minutes, but
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, I'm sorry, I will
Thank you.
take the fastest 3 minutes I can. At the open forum that we're having, up until now, they're not in the minutes. And my question is, why isn't it in the minutes? All I've heard, I've lived here 20 years, steady death, 20 years living here. And I want to know why, when people get up and they talk, that you say, and you've said it for 20 years, we'll look into it, we'll look into it. And the reason I laugh at this whole situation is half of the stuff is never looked into because you don't even documentate that we're talking or I'm talking right now. And I have been asking about the hedges for the last 20 years. And that, I'm sorry, this is how it goes. I did have people in my area and they do not clean underneath. He does not clean. He goes and reports it to the person who is in charge of the hedges, and that person is supposed to check that it's done. Will put a violation, which was rectified, and I have rectified it because of being a violation. And how can you, in this, when you don't documentate anything, and you've been saying it all along, we'll look into it, we'll look into it. I don't know you're looking into it. It's not even documented that you're looking into it. So that should be part of the minutes. And if you want the support of the board, you have to listen to the residents. They have things that they have issues about. We're all done with the whole thing about building and the golf course. Let it finish, it's done, it's over with. I see no reason why we have to keep harboring on that. And as far as the things going on here, we have to stop this between us business and try and keep it as a business thing. Not this bickering between, so I've seen for 20 years, not this ridiculousness. You're a board. You conduct yourself as a board. You meet as a board and keep your personal preferences to people out of this building. Because I've already heard a lot of people saying certain things. This one isn't going to be good. This one isn't that. This one isn't this. And why don't you just stop it? Because you are a board. Work as a team. That's what you should be doing.
And I really feel like the people here, when they do say something, it's never addressed. We're working on it. Do you know 20 years of working on hedges? We can't put new ones grow. We can't cut them down because we have trees growing in there. One of the people on this board said that, and so we can't take the trees out. So that side looks so bad.
15 seconds.
It's just the thing. I need someone to go around all of the houses along there that are bordering those hedges and take a good look at what they look like.
Thanks, Betty.
Hey, Betty? Betty?
Yes.
Because Bob's put this in the minutes now, it is going to be documented, so.
Oh, that's good, 'cause it's about time. It took 20 years to do it.
I wasn't here.
Minimize it, right. Anyone else?
Decision.
No other comments? So we're doing a great job already?
This comment
You have the
time or what?
most people here I've seen.
Can I make a comment?
You come up here.
I will.
3 minutes.
Big turnout. Name and address here.
Hi. I've been here a long time.
Name and address.
Yeah.
My name is Ralph Michael Hughes, known as Doobie. And I live at 7352 Pine Forest Circle, right the 7th house down the road. I've been here over 25 years. I've been on the board twice, and I have seen some things I didn't like, a lot. But I feel invigorated with our new president, and I'm sorry some of the people didn't give him a better chance. Start off with some crap about bullshit. Let's get to the serious stuff. That's what the man wants to do. He doesn't want to spend $1.10 when it's only $1. He wants to save us money. He's a good man from what I've seen, what I know, and I think this is great. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, good. Thank you.
You got 2.5 minutes left.
Old business. Sidewalk 3D paving. Help me out here. Do I need to make a motion to talk about something, or can I talk about it and then we make a motion what we want to vote on?
You can update us on where it is, but if there's something you want to vote on.
So sidewalk 3D paving, the work has been completed. We have corrected all complaints except for the one change order we're going to vote on tonight. The sidewalk edge cracking is also an issue that some people have taken up with us. We've taken care of that by a change order tonight also. So basically I'm telling you that the project's done. So the first item, I'll make a motion that we accept change order 1, which is miscellaneous adjustments and pothole repairs for $1,600.
Where is that
Do I
at?
get a second on that?
Yeah, but it doesn't say where.
Well, discussion.
Yeah, in a second. then get-
Bob,
I'll second it.
hello, what road are we talking about?
We'll get to that.
I'll second it.
Okay.
Got a second.
So discussion, I'll bring up the discussion, okay? Over here at
Pine Forest.
Pine Forest West, there's 2 potholes, one right at the intersection and one further up on the left side is going in, where it's broken down, cars driving over it. There is also on Pine Park Drive North, there are 2 potholes I don't know the number of the houses, but there's 2 in the center of the road. So we're getting those filled in by the contractor. As well, we are getting one issue we created with drainage going into a catch basin. Fills up a driveway at the corner of
South and, Circle.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Oh, wait, here I have a map.
Pine Garden Lane
Pine Garden
and
Lane.
Pine Park Drive South.
That's right.
Yeah.
What happened was we filled in the, we put an inch of asphalt on top of the sidewalk, and that created a puddle. It fills in a driveway by about an inch. But still, they had drainage until we put that in. So that total change order is $1,600. It's basically a crew, truck, roller, materials for the company for one day to come out here and fix that and fill the potholes.
That's for all 3, correct?
That's for all those issues, the 4 potholes and the drainage.
And what about that driveway?
The driveway, the driveway at
Pine Garden?
No,
Pine Park Drive West, I believe it's 7239.
Yeah,
They are recoating that driveway.
right,
So that's included also. They did that gratis, it wasn't really in the
right,
change order.
right, right.
Any further discussion on those? We'll take a vote to approve the change order number 1 for miscellaneous adjustments and pothole repairs for $1,600. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Who made the motion?
I did.
Oh, and who seconded?
I did it.
The second change order is for the sidewalk edge cracking. Now, this occurred due to means and methods, the way they did the asphalt paving. They overlapped the existing sidewalk, and that created a void under the edge. And you'll see that's typical if you walk the whole circle down here. It happens in a lot of places beyond our development, beyond our association. So that when the heat hits, it breaks off the edge, and you got a crack along the edge of the sidewalk. So I discussed that with them. They came up with a couple ideas on how to do T&M work to fix it, but that included us paying for it,
What's T&M?
kind of material.
Oh, okay.
Instead, what we agreed to is a $3,000 credit on the contract to leave it as is. That's the only win we're going to get out of that, in my opinion. So, is there any discussion on that?
So in essence, it's just going to cost us $1,400.
Less. Less.
Less.
So we get a credit on it.
So we get the fixing made and we get a $1,400 credit.
Yeah.
That's the net change.
Right.
So I make a motion to approve change order 2 on the sidewalk 3D paving contract.
So moved.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Okay, the pool deck refinishing, Ocean's Elite. They returned their key today. I was going to just talk about what was going on. The actual square footage of the contract was 4481 square feet. I measured it and came up with less than that. Today, they came out and remeasured, and I assisted them. Turns out it was about 250 square feet less. My measurements weren't quite right.
So then what was the total square feet?
So the total square footage was,
You had 3860.
no, total square footage was 4131 square feet. The net credit, I just gave you the change order because it came in about 5 o'clock today. Net credit is $750. $750 credit, so
The final contract.
final contract will be $12,693 after credit. So I make a motion to accept the change order from Oceans Elite Construction.
So moved.
Any discussion?
For a second.
We got a second?
I'll
Any
second.
discussion? Okay. Those in approval,
Aye.
again? Pat? Thank you.
So Bob,
Kat, sorry, Kat, we will be getting I will be sending you the final billing. They sent that over also today. So I'll send you the final billing and give them expedited if they want to pick it up.
did the check go out already?
No,
No.
I got it last week and I declined it. Just because I knew the square footage. Okay, the AED installation, it's already beeping, we need batteries, but,
Can I just discuss
go
that?
ahead, you go ahead.
Okay, so we received the AED in March of 2020. It was a donation by our lawyer, Larry Cortez. Unfortunately, it sat until last week. The major reason for its sitting, it wasn't installed, is because the feeling was we wanted to have instruction first before we put it up. The thing is self-instructed. It is so simple. Almost, if you just sit there and follow the instructions, I would bet everybody in here could do it without any other special instruction. Yes, it would be nice if we did, but we didn't. But because it's sat, those batteries have to have a certain charge to be effective. And I moved it. It's in the bathroom right now because it's beeping. That means the battery is going low. Okay, so we need a new battery, and the pad is only, it's stated also, it's only good to April. It's going to cost $128 for a battery, $67 for a pad. I'm recommending that we, as part of maintenance expenses, we get up to date.
128 plus what?
These are the, yes, 128 are prices and 67 for the pad.
That'll probably be an annual charge.
No, it's going to be probably 2 years.
2 years?
They last 2 years, unless we use it. If we use it, then we gotta get replace it.
But can we schedule some training if people do want it?
There is-
We'll set up a date, and if anybody's interested in learning how to use it, we'll have someone here that can show you.
We had a person who lives right next to the tennis
Okay.
court.
That would be me.
Oh, there you are. I didn't know you were here.
I'm still willing to do that. Thank you.
And your name is?
Angie,
Angie.
just let me know when. So it will have to be a weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have her email.
You have it?
I
You have it.
Okay, good.
I have her email address.
Thank you.
The directory status, can we get an update on the directory status? Well, I don't know who's handling that.
Are we still moving ahead with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jane, do you have the last changes that, Jane put together the name list. Okay, Jane and I have been working on this. And she, I guess your daughter's been helping, put together the name list. And we've been trying to keep it current until we finally get to do it. So I don't know where you are with that.
Well, you asked me to bring it up to date. We finished it in October, but then we wanted to wait until the new directors were named so that all of it would be right. So Ed asked me the other day to bring it up to date, anybody who's moved in since then, and take out anyone who's not. So Arlene's been helping me with that. And I'm working around my husband's health, so I will have it done within a week to 10 days. try to have it done by now.
The other pages are done. I'm working on the map. We're trying to get a better map that was on the back of the thing. I have a map that has all the main roads. The circles don't show, so I'm trying to edit that map. To put the circles on. And then-
I have one from an old directory if you want it.
Well, I have the directory, but we're trying to get a better quality, one that's real, an actual picture of the community. So we just have to edit putting the circles on.
Any feel for how long the publisher will take once he gets it?
Well, I mean, if it's, we have our printer, and just go to him, he
Right.
would, he could do it fast.
Okay.
I mean, he could do it in a
So
couple weeks.
can we say it'll be out before the next meeting?
Well, I can get the, I'm sorry, I can get the names updated within the next week or
Since we have
so.
all the names
So
for
it
the,
sounds like it should be able to get out before the next
I
meeting.
don't know, can you do the page that has all the directors and that?
Yeah.
Okay, you do that. That's what I think is done.
whatever, once we have a full list of directors and a full list of assignments,
Right.
it's ready to go.
You said you wanted to do that the next month.
We'll shoot for the next meeting then.
Like really?
We'll work, we'll shoot for
And
that.
then new business.
How many?
I know there's gonna be another homeowner at the end of this month.
Oh, what about
We'll never be
Thank you,
current.
they'll never be.
We'll never. The thing is, we have 300, how many units? 236. How many, and we always had a box of extras, so that as new people moved in, that's one thing we gave them. How many are you gonna want?
You talking about
Talk about
You
the
want
new
300, or
directory.
350?
I'd say 300.
Okay, yeah, we
Can't we
probably won't
always
get
go
that.
back and have them redone or not?
I don't see why not, but it's good to have on hand when the new members come in, we hand them a directory, and that's information that
No, we're probably going to update it every, what, 2 years?
We've had it since 2017.
17
Yeah,
was
so-
the last time.
5 years.
We updated more often.
What we
I
did
would
is,
suggest every 2 years.
what I did is,